Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Michigan's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. I love being in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So much history and tradition. So many championships have been won in this game. But, Kirk, they've been playing this since 1935. Can you tell me who won that first Orange Bowl?
You know what's funny is I actually asked the Sunshine Scooter, who's from Miami, just in case you might ask me that question, so I have an answer. Miami played the Bison of Bucknell, and Bucknell upset them. Talk about a team coming out of left field and pulling off an upset even back then. But who would have guessed how much this game in the college football world would change since then?
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the back gets the football. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is a great job by this defense. The defensive line really taking control up front. I love how those linebackers flowed on that play. Nice tackle for a loss, and it sets up a fourth down.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. So the Georgia defense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Here's the second down play. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Chris, a really good job here by this back to be able to find that hole and pick up the yards for this first down. And boy, Georgia's had some good backs over the years, and this young man is living up to that tradition today.
Hand off to the single back. And that run produces a decent gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
It's a bunch formation. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Grab down the middle. It's O'Grady.
On the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Rhodes. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Ball handed to the running back. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Quick throw complete to the tight end. He'll pick up the first down, stopped at the 27.
But Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
Second down after that previous play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. After second effort, he's brought down, but has passed the marker.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hoare. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Quick throw. The catch is made.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
This isn't the most flashy play, but it's effective. A slant play coming out of the slot. It's a quick hitter against this defense.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up fourth down.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that first down. Breaks the tackle. Just comes up a little bit short of the first down.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. The coach's choice to go for it does not pan out. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Hands off to the left. Fighting off the tackler. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And now the running back's got it again. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. Just gets the pass away, but took a shot that time.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point. Move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is. They do a good job of it right here.
Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. Fourth down and 2 coming up as we try to keep the drive going. Here's the handoff. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. As a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Runs right over the defender. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this third down. Can he get there on the ground? Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The Bulldogs are going to cash in this red zone trip. Looking to pass this time. Caught near the sticks. It's Rhodes. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. The Bulldogs will line up now. It's first and goal. First and goal. They'll try to run it in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you've got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. They'll hand it off. But a quick stop for the defense. Game just changed, so it's 3rd and 8. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. They're going to kick it away for the second time. Now it's a very high kick straight up in the air. Fair catch made near the 45. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Ball handed off. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
But great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Knowshon Moreno. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
And we're going to throw now on first down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. To throw, it's Hurtado. And the senior quarterback, lucky it didn't get picked off, almost made a freshman mistake. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. Takes the handoff again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
There's a screen pass to the running back. The defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. 4th down coming up. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. The Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. And he boots it high into the air. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly in midfield. Oh, a reverse. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
Tries the right with a quick throw, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
Tackle made after a big gain. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. It's Hurtado. Defense is coming after him. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. Dogs come to the line with 1st and goal.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
2nd down and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Launching one to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line. We'll see what the offense dials up here on 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Oh, the defense completely blows it here. They lose to tight end. He's a real option for this quarterback, especially on 3rd and goal. I'm surprised they wouldn't put a big safety or a linebacker right on top of him. He's open. Quarterback made the throw, and they got a touchdown.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage, so don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there. But, man, he got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. The timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44. The Wolverines will crank up the tempo. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Looking to throw again. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Offense getting sent. Second down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's going to pull it down and run. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but then make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Wolverines. Just ran away from the defense. Let's see if this worker could breathe a little bit of life into this team.
Now, I know it's only one touchdown, but it could go a long way in changing just the tone of this game, especially once we get into the second half.
They make the extra point, cutting the lead to 24-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Return begins inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back. It's Hurtado. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the grab. And that's good for a first down near the 40. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. The 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Pressure is coming. Here's a throw underneath the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. It's 3rd down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he's got his man open downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Dogs.
What a great example of why this tight end is one of the top tight ends in college football. This guy's got great speed, but he also has the power to be able to break through those arm tackles and take it to the end zone.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's got it inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out in the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football.
And the Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. game have been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. And I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. He'll throw it now. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Dogs will line up to punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. 1st down here for this offense. Here comes a handoff. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think of it.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Hard running there, breaking tackles. Touchdown, Michigan. There was no stopping him.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
You snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. Quick catch over the middle. And he stopped short. Big play by the defense. Still a 3-score margin here. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off the 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll bring him down just short of the 20.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
And he'll pick up the 1st down, stopped at the 27. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He hands it off from the gun. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it here. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. The Dogs will look to convert here on 4th down. And they'll try the quarterback sneak.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. 4th down in inches, simple call, quarterback sneak, but a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that 1st.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. The sure hands. It's Rhodes. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Touchdown, Georgia. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Warner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That will pick up a first down. He'll spot it at 38.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
First down, looking to throw the football. Caught quickly. He shreds the tackle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And completion makes it second and short. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. It's caught downfield. Brought down quickly, but not before a big gain. Moving to the 35. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
And how about the job by this defense? I mean, we really expected this offense to be able to come into this game, put up big yards and a lot of points. And here we are in the fourth quarter. Collectively, they don't even have 200 yards total offense, and they just seem to be out of sync. Give all the credit to the defensive coordinator and those defensive players and the way they're putting this pressure on this quarterback and this offense.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And
it's intercepted right near the goal line. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22. That gain makes it second and medium. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Solid game, moves the ball to the 37.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Looks like Georgia will have the first down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue.